My father always said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So that's why I'm really excited for this next comedian. I actually just did a great show with him. We did a benefit show for Ukraine and helping the efforts over there. Very funny guy. So excited to have him on the show. So excited for him to make you guys laugh. So please give it up for Bassil. Come on!
My name is Bassil, and I hope I can put a smile on your faces. 41 years ago, I came to this country from Iraq. Have you heard of the country? With hopes, dreams, and aspirations. My first job was a hydro-ceramic engineer, dishwasher. I worked my way up to being a waiter. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but they believed me and trusted me. My first table, the lady goes, Bassil, is the spaghetti sauce homemade? I'm like, ma'am, we have a kitchen in the back full of cooks and a chef. You really think we make the food at home? She says, oh, you're funny. So I go back in the kitchen, I said, what the hell is the difference between homemade and whatever else is made? And that was the first time I heard the term, damn these foreigners. I saved up $600. I bought my first car. It was a Fiat 124 Special. By the time I bought it, it wasn't special. Fiat stands for Fix It Again, Tony. That car broke down so many times I had to change every part that ended with an OR. Alternator, regulator, generator, radiator, motor, mirror, door, flux capacitor. The only good thing about it was it had power windows, which made it really easy to negotiate with prostitutes. And the moment people find out that I'm from Iraq, they start asking me all kinds of questions, like, Bassil, have you ever ridden a camel? Sure. Sure, thank you. That wasn't the punchline, but thank you. Sure, I remember the first time, it was a Wednesday hump day at the San Diego Zoo. Bassil, do you come from money, from oil? Sure, BP gas station stands for Bassil and Pops. And they start getting a little more serious, like, Bassil, how did you leave Iraq? Iran. How did you meet your American wife? Well, I saw her across a crowded room. I thought that started something. I had to meet her. I was hoping she's not arachnophobic, which is fear of Iraqis. You laugh as if it's not true. Look it up in the Turban dictionary. Her dress was so tight, it was hard for me to breathe. Now, I could have said to her, hey, I'm from Iraq, you got a big rack, let's dance. I didn't. I could have said to her, hey, did you know once you go Iraqi, you'll never go backy? I didn't. Instead, I went with class and elegance. I said, hey, have you ever traveled to Iraq? She said, no, I've never traveled to Iraq. Why do you ask? I said, because I want to back that ass. It worked. It worked. 2.5 months later, we announced our engagement. And the moment we did, people started thinking, okay, this is a green card marriage. It's got citizenship written all over it. After all, she's like, I'm brown, she's American, I'm Iraqi, she's Buddhist, I'm Muslim, she's a PhD, I'm an MD, which stands for major disappointment. And it added a lot of friction to our relationship. So I'm the kind of guy that want to talk about things. So at 3 o'clock in the morning on our wedding night, I went to her place. I knocked on the door. Finally, she opened the door, and the first thing I said to her was, wait, is this what you look like without makeup? She said, what do you want to talk about? I said, well, you heard the rumor. She said, yeah, I did. I said, you want to talk about it? She said, honey, honesty is the best policy. I said, well, is it true then that you are using me to get the Iraqi citizenship? I understand if you want to throw all this away for the Iraqi dream of hopelessness, despair, chaos, war, inequality, oppression. I understand. She said, no. She said, no, you damn foreigner, actually, what she said. She said, but eventually I would love for you to take me to Iraq, show me the country, introduce me to the culture. I said, okay. I'm glad you feel that way because I kind of already bought the his and hers matching bulletproof vest. And I did it on your Amazon Prime. Now, I've been in this country for 41 years, and I still, every time I hear this one word, I cringe. And that word is air. Because the word air in Arabic means dick. So you can imagine when I was taking scuba lesson and the teacher says, Bassil, come on up for air, come on up for air. I'm sitting in the back seat of my friend's car. He's like, Bassil, are you getting enough air in the back? You have your own controller. Turn it on, you'll have air blowing in your face. I stopped doing Airbnb. I didn't join the Air Force because of it. I stopped dating airheads. But it's my own views. Okay? It is my own views. Because to you the word means air, to me it means a lot more. You guys are a couple, huh? Yeah. Alright. You Gen Z? Next time you're at a party and the party is full of Arabs, an hour into the party she goes, honey, I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air. Be careful. Even worse if he said, I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air. Thank you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is he really from Iraq? And if he is, where is his unibrow? Every Iraqi has a unibrow. It makes me look angry, frowny, and embarrassed. I used to shave it back home with a special razor, but the razor was confiscated in the airport because the razor has 3 blades. The first blade lifts, the second blade cuts, and the third one yells, Allahu Akbar! Death to the Americans! So now I use a stuff called Nair. Ladies, no Nair? First time I used it, I didn't read the instructions. I put the whole bottle on my face. I fainted. I hit the ground. My wife comes around and she goes, Bassil, oh, what happened? She goes, honey, I thought you were dead. I said, no, I just had a near-death experience. My daughter turned 23 years old yesterday. I remember the day she was born. I was in the delivery room. It's a wonderful experience you never forget. The nurse comes running to me, and she has a pair of scissors in her hands. And she goes, Bassil, would you like to do it? Or would you like me to do it? I said, screw you, we're not doing a late-term abortion. She goes, no, you damn foreigner, it's for the umbilical cord. I cut the cord, I didn't save it. If you're going to have a baby, save the cord, because you're going to need it to strangle a little bit when they're teenagers. I'm not sure if I really cut the cord all the way, because at 23, she still calls me for money. Now, I'm always trying to stay healthy and fit. Not because I'm married to a woman that's 16 years younger than I am, but because in the off chance I want to join Al-Qaeda or ISIS, their suicide vests come only in small and medium. And because you don't want to look frumpy in a suicide vest. Like, Osama, does this vest make me look fat? No, Bassil, you're fat. And you're going to blow your cover, Bassil. And it is always a vest. Why can't it be like a suicide turtleneck? Why can't it be a suicide tuxedo? You know, you go to a soiree, a black tie soiree, you're wearing a vest, you're going to attract unwanted attention. And I honestly think they should invest in deals, like maybe hire like some big name designers, like Versace, Armani, Gucci, to do their best. Maybe Gucci, no, not Gucci, because I can see the headlines the next morning. Terrorist pop that Gucci. Only a few people understand the joke. But what do I want to talk about? What else do I want to talk about? I was married before this marriage, and I was married for 24 years. And we did it with no lawyers. I went to the courthouse, the lady says, "You look a little bummed." I said, "Well, I'm filing for divorce, what do you expect?" She says, "Don't feel so bad. Divorces are filed every single day, it's very common." I said, "I know, it still hurts." She goes, "But lately we've been getting a lot of the same-sex divorce." I said, "Really? Mine is a no-sex divorce." I gave her a big fat check. She bought the house right next to me. I refer to her as my next-door neighbor. 24 years of marriage, we share memories, fence line, and Wi-Fi. And throughout the marriage, I never, ever cheated on her. My friend said, "Bassil, you got a girlfriend on the side? Who cares?" I said, "I do." And I didn't do it because I have principles, I have values, I have ethics, and I have erectile dysfunction. And she got to keep the dog. I miss that little Yorkie. 3 o'clock in the morning, I come home, that Yorkie is waiting for me. Every time I got out of the shower, she would lick my ankles. I swear to you folks, I would have stayed in the marriage if the dog was taller. Thank you, no. No, you know, thank you. It means a lot that you laugh at this joke, because last week I told the same exact joke. Nobody laughed. But then these people at the SDCA, they don't have a good sense of humor. All right, folks, thank you so much. Back to our host, and Bassil.
Give it up for Bassil, because he can't get it out. It's okay, he said he couldn't get it out. I'm not telling you the secret.